Loves, today we're going to be making chapatis, so don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and watch till the end. So some of the ingredients that we need for the chapatis are, of course, flour. I usually don't measure my flour, I measure with my eyes. So yeah, I'm not gonna give you any measurements on that. And then I have some oil. I also need some salt and some warm water. That's all I need for my chapatis. Yeah, so my flour is already there. I'm gonna add in some 1 teaspoon of salt, and then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sugar. Yes, and then I'm going to mix everything together just to get a good consistency, because you don't want to taste salt on this other side and sugar on this other side, so you have to mix everything together. That's what I'm doing. At this point, I went in with my hands. My hands were clean, so yeah, why not? And then you can as well just mix it with your wooden spoon if you want, but my hands work just perfectly well. So I'm adding in my warm water gradually as I knead the dough. The oil also helps with the stickiness, so you realize that the dough is not sticking on my hands anymore, which is a good sign. So I'll just roll it or wrap it again and again, and then cover it, seal it with a cling film, and let it settle for about 1 hour or so. I like letting my dough settle because after really working the dough for too long, like, it just needs to settle down, and that's how you're able to get really good chapatis out of it. So the more you keep it, you let it stay or rest, the more well your chapatis will come out. So yeah, and then I covered it with a piece of cloth and just kept it aside and started doing my other stuff. You start working on the dough, you need to sprinkle a little bit of flour onto your surface to avoid any stickiness of your dough. So that's what I'm doing at this point. I realize at this point I'm still kneading the dough, so I'm kneading and folding, as you can see. Step 2, what you have to do is just pick from whichever you started with, the first ball you started with, and then roll it. You don't have to come up with a perfect circle, because we are not, like, at this point it's not like you're going to cook it immediately. So apply some oil on it and sprinkle in some flour if you want. It's optional, but that's how I do my chapatis, and they come out perfectly well with very nice layers. So that's a secret, that's a tip basically I'm just giving you. So at this point, just sprinkle some flour on the surface. This is step 3. And then just roll your chapati into a perfect circle. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect anyway. Another tip when you're rolling your chapatis, do not press too hard. So if you press too hard, then it ends up messing up the layers that you really want your chapatis to have. So just be gentle. You don't have to really press too hard, you know.